Creatine is one of the most researched and used supplements that athletes take. Do you know how to use creatine to build muscle faster? If not, then keep watching because, in this video, I'm going to talk about how creatine increases your strength and power, the right type of creatine, how much you should be taking for optimal growth, and how to optimize its consumption. First, let's talk about what is creatine and how does it work. Creatine is a substance that is naturally found in your muscle cells, and it helps your muscles produce energy during heavy lifting or during intense exercise. During high-intensity workouts, creatine's primary role is to increase the stores of phosphocreatine in your muscles. These phosphocreatine stores can then be used to produce more ATP, which is the main energy source for heavy lifting and high-intensity exercise. So, how does creatine affect muscle growth? Supplementing with creatine can result in significant increases in muscle mass. This applies to both untrained individuals and elite athletes. This 12-week study on weightlifters found that creatine increased muscle fiber growth 2 to 3 times more than training alone. The total body mass of the creatine users was also doubled, as well as their 1-rep max for bench press. Another 14-week study in older adults found that adding creatine monohydrate supplementation to resistance training program would significantly increase their strength and fat-free mass. Creatine also helps to maintain strength and training performance while increasing muscle mass during intense overtraining. This is primarily due to your body's increased capacity to produce ATP. Normally, ATP becomes depleted after up to 10 seconds of high-intensity activity. But because creatine supplements help you produce more ATP, you can maintain optimal performance for much longer than a few seconds. Alright guys, if you are enjoying the video so far and you want to see more awesome fitness content in the future, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button. You can always unsubscribe if you don't like the content. Now that we have covered how creatine will help you gain more muscle and strength, let's talk about the right type of creatine that you need. There are many different sorts of creatine out there, some claiming to have some sort of booster that enhances how your body absorbs it. But these are all marketing techniques that are used by the companies to sell you the more expensive product. In 2021, a systematic review looked at 8 different forms of creatine to determine which one is most effective in terms of both cost and muscle growth. The results of the review indicate that while all different creatines provide pretty much the same benefits, creatine monohydrates turn out to be the most affordable in the market. The second most important question that most beginners ask is how much creatine should they consume? And here is the question for today. If you are currently taking creatine, then let us know in the comments section the amount of creatine that you are consuming per day. The standard scoop size for most creatine products is 5 grams. However, according to research, a daily dose of 3 grams of creatine is sufficient for most lifters to increase their muscle growth. But if you are someone who is heavier than average, about 200 pounds or more, then you can actually benefit from a higher dose of creatine. But make sure you are not consuming more than 5 grams per day. When you start consuming creatine, you will probably not see any results right away. This is because it often takes a few weeks for your body to get saturated with creatine and begin showing the results. There are 2 different ways that you can use to saturate your body faster with creatine. The first is called creatine loading. Basically, you can consume 5 grams of creatine 4 times a day for a week to elevate your creatine store in your body, and after that, you can drop it down to 3 to 5 grams per day to maintain that level of saturation. The second method is called the non-loading method. In this method, you basically start with taking 3 grams of creatine per day, and it will take about 3 to 4 weeks for your creatine stores to fill up and for you to start noticing the benefits of the supplement. The third most important aspect of taking creatine supplements is optimizing its consumption. Even though there is not a lot of research that goes into when you should be taking creatine to build muscle faster, one thing that is certain is that creatine doesn't have an immediate effect. So using it as a pre-workout is just useless, but taking it after the workout can help you get stronger. Research also shows that taking creatine with carbohydrates and protein increases its saturation levels more than just taking the supplements on its own. Another study shows that taking creatine with high caffeine intake, around 2 to 4 cups a day, will reduce your muscle intake. And if you feel like it is impossible for you to avoid coffee, then don't take both creatine and coffee at the same time. Overall, make sure you are taking creatine daily at around the same time without too much caffeine, and you will build muscles faster. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, then go ahead, click on the link and watch this video where I share the 4 best supplements that you need to build muscles faster for skinny people. And make sure you subscribe, and if you have any question, then leave it down below in the comment section, and we will for sure get back to you. That's all for this video, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.